All right, I'm standing here with Derik Farnsworth in his hotel room, one day before the men's prejudging is about to start. Derik, Chris and I were just talking about the fact that you're probably going to be the lightest guy in the show, but you're one of the most dangerous guys in the 212 class. People should never underestimate you. What's the strategy going in this year? Obviously, you want the win under your belt. What have you done from last year to this year?
Just talked to Chris in the past, and we just filled in the gaps. I know I'm not going to get bigger and put on 30 pounds, so I look at like in sculpture, and I fill the gaps in more. So I hopefully filled out my chest more. My legs are leaner, and the glutes and everything like that. Back's a lot wider. Side triceps a lot better. Kept my waist down as much as possible to create the illusion of why I think my shoulders are a lot bigger to create more upper body thickness to give me more of a V-taper. So
what'd you weigh last year?
Like 162-ish.
And what do you think you'll be coming in this year?
162-ish.
Same thing, just reapportion it.
I think a lot leaner and a lot round. I got a lot more rest this year, which is I think the biggest thing I did.
You don't rest, you work nonstop.
I think it was in between. It was more like that race in mind. Therapy went a lot better. I go every 2 weeks, and I think he kicked it up a notch. He was sick for a year, so kind of.
What do you need therapy on?
I mean, the thing with therapy, everybody goes because they have to. I go preventive. So when I go in, I'm not getting my butt kicked. I'm going in and I'm like, let's shape my quads and make them rounder. So that's what happens when you see someone like Dennis Wolf came in or Jay, they're damaged. And what happens is they're coming in for me to fix them. Imagine if you already fixed, we can make you bigger and round. And that's the big thing Jay used to do is when he went in, he was so soft, we'd create to make him look rounder. So these guys are kind of, they come to you 5 weeks out. They should be coming to you 15. So when you're 5 weeks out, you're shaping the quads like, I had my glutes worked on before I came, so that when they do, they can pop. Or if your calves are tight.
What do you do? What does someone do as a therapist? What would you do to someone to make their muscles pop more?
Well, you just open up the fascia because the muscle's so tight from when we train. If you grab someone, you'll be like, oh my God, his bicep doesn't move. If we can get it so loose, I always tell someone, like, picture like a sandwich. You put saran wrap around it, and it protects it. But you remember when your mom made it and it was too tight? Sure. That's what happens to your muscles. The fascia wraps around it so tight, it can't expand. So if you loosen up the muscle enough where it can expand, it'll have a rounded look. It'll have that more of illusion of, crazy curves and all. That's why a lot of guys like Jay would be so round and Sean Roden and those guys, Now,
everyone knows you work on a lot of, obviously, the top guys, Jay and some of the guys you mentioned. Who works on you?
Guy named Jeff Besser. He's a 56-year-old crazy nut. If you think I'm bad, I'm going to put a video for you. I'll put it right on RX Muscle for you. If you think I'm bad, he's the worst, and he enjoys it too much. He's a
little sadistic, huh?
I saw him 14 years ago, and, I went out there and I saw this little 50-year-old guy, and I'm like, no, this guy ain't gonna hurt me. And 2 elbows into me, he's like, feel the love, and just drops it in. You're like he's grabbing my nose, pinching me, whacking me because he just knows like we gotta fix you. So he's crazy. You think I'm crazy? He's nuts.
Now you worked on my neck or face 2 years ago, and I felt great afterwards, but it did hurt a lot. Now I get the torn quad. It's not quite bending as much as it needs to. I would assume there's a lot of tight fascia around there. Is that something you can work on?
Yeah, if depending on which if it's extension or flexion, it could be behind the calf a lot of times. A lot of guys who come in with knee pain, it's calf and hamstring. Because we're all doing stuff.
Knee doesn't hurt; it just doesn't bend as much as it should.
That's where it came down. Was they'll be trained to say my knee hurts. I don't get knee pain, and they're on the step mill for we go from no cardio to like a lot of cardio. Sure. Your knees start to hurt. Calf and hamstring get short from step mills and constant cardio. So
let's see what Derik Farnsworth can do to Dave Palumbo's quad that someone else hasn't done yet. Stay tuned.
Yep. Go right in there.
Nice, doing some good air too.
You feel right there, huh?
Yeah.
I can feel crap over here. You have no teardrop movement.
No, nothing. It's all like glued down.
Should have brought my tool to dug that crap out.
That
would have been great.
What do you use?
Little red devil, that's what I call it. It's called a massage star. You should actually get one. It only costs like $27.
What is it?
It's a little massage tool called a massage star. Get one. This one is. So you can feel right there. You feel that, doctor? I wish you were a doctor.
Yeah.
You got some cod in there. Can you hear that popping?
It's a lot of cracking and popping.
Yeah. That's what you need is that one. Right there. I gotta leave my mark on Dave before he leaves,
Keep going.
You get the strongest elbow.
Don't feel bad.